You're glad to see us.
Hello and welcome, and that's a good timing from Ziggy. Welcome, this is Midnight ISO production, and this is a mini endurance event at Fuji. When I say mini endurance, it's like a Grand Prix event in honour of obviously the Grand Prix being this weekend. And because we don't have, access to all the Grand Prix tracks, Fuji will do. Don't exactly have Imola on GT Sport. So I'm hoping a few people are going to join in. I've sent some invites, so we'll see what happens. So qualifying won't be for another 10 to 20 minutes, but in the meantime we've got a little bit of fun to be had. So bear with me, it's going to be a slow start. Hey Stu, on your PlayStation, grab yourself a copy of GT Sport and come racing with us, yeah? Oop. There we go. This is very much a work in progress, this thing. There we go. That'll do. Right, where was I? So, unfortunately, yes, this is going to be a slow start. But we're going to get into it in a minute. Yeah, GT Sport, dude. Should be nice and cheap now. You only need a controller for it, no matter what everyone else says. Hey Abe, how's it going? Lobby's open if you want to join. Should be able to see the room ID in the bottom left if you can't find it. Ziggy just had a problem finding it. For some reason when I set up lobbies people have trouble finding them. I have no idea why. Yeah, Stu, I can give you a few hints on how to start the game and all that, but it essentially is basically grab a controller and just get going. I mean, chances are you will be shockingly crap for the first dozen races, and then you'll suddenly start coming together. I mean, it's just how people learn. You get the idea. Right. Hey, you going to be joining us for the session? So I have sent out some invites. If anyone's actually online. Now, what car do you reckon I'm going to use? Of course, it's going to be the Corvette. I always use my Corvette in Group 3. There she is, that beauty of a car. So it feels a little bit slow now after using the Group 2s in Daily Race C. That's what happens when you outbrake yourself. So it may feel slow, but you've still got to adhere to the amount of grip that you've got, not what you think you have. Exhibit A. So it's it's a friend-only lobby for anyone who wants to join. Anyone who's interested, send a PSN friend request to Shunt006. That's me, and you'll be allowed access. Just got to be a clean racer. That's all. And yeah, good luck. The reason I went for Fuji is it's one of my favourite tracks. It's nice and open, and it's a bit of fun, and it's quite challenging. So we use about 15% a lap. Might change that a little bit. Thanks, Abe. You have yourself a nice one. Alright, Ziggy, if you're there, I'm going to make this an open lobby, because otherwise we're going to end up with just us two for 40 laps. Alright, so bear with me. I'm going to quit and I'm going to restart it, okay? I'm presuming that you're on the stream. Alright, let's open it up a little bit. One thing I'm definitely going to change, though, is the Something or other. I know I was going to do something. What was I going to do? Change the fuel. That's what I was going to do. Don't need it to be quite so high. Okay. So we want a minimum of a D and a B. There we go. Open it up a little bit. See if we can get some bods to join us. I know, mate. Seriously. Thanks for bringing that up, actually. I was going to wait till more people are on the stream, but quite frankly, it's probably better to talk about it now rather than during the race. Yeah, qualifying for the F1 Imola. Interesting. It is. It's a shame it couldn't be counted, and you said that just as I was thinking it, because of the track limits, but that's the argument, that's why they exist. So, yeah. You can't have it for one driver that you like and one driver that you don't like, so yeah. Bit of a tough luck situation on that one. However, that was massively impressive from Norris to be that close to a Mercedes and a Red Bull in McLaren that was 2 years ago at the back of the grid. So, honestly, I didn't think Norris could be that fast, and Bottas must be absolutely. He's known for eating his porridge for Grand Prix because that's what he does for his. That's what he. I don't know why he does it, but that's what he does. But I think he needs an extra scoop of porridge tomorrow. And Perez, yeah, and Verstappen threw that away a little bit. I mean, yes, it only takes one little corner, one tiny mistake at Imola, and you're back a row in the grid, and that's what happened. Which Perez and Hamilton didn't do that, so they're at the front row. It's that simple. And if Norris has not gone that much over the curb, he'd be on the front row or third, I think it would have been. But hell. I am massively surprised of how entertaining qualifying was this weekend. Usually it's just, okay, who's going to get pole? Hamilton or Verstappen. Okay, move on. Oh, Bottas got it this week. That's usually as far as it gets, but we've got a new guy in Perez, first time for him on the front row, so kudos to him. And what else? Alonso 15th, I think it was. Vettel 13th? Oops. I haven't changed the settings back to Group 3. That's more like it. Well, practice was much more of the usual. Mazepin spinning several times, hitting the pit wall, showing his calibre. There was a really weird incident with Ocon and Perez in FP1, where you saw, alright, there was a problem with the hello Mandy Mimu and Small Pup. I know, that's what I'm talking about, qualifying. I'm just going to go into FP1 first. Where was I? Oh yeah, Perez. Start at the beginning. There was a problem with the television feeds in the Formula One paddock, and they didn't have any of the onboards. None of all the stuff that comes up on the screen, all the timing details, none of the time screens. And at one point, you just saw Perez coming through a corner backwards with half a tyre, and the wheel smashed in. And then they're like, "What the hell happened there? Did he have a blowout? Did he have someone hit him?" And then 4 or 5 seconds after that, Ocon gingerly comes around the outside of him very, very slowly, a matter of tens of miles an hour. But it turned out that apparently they hit each other. And nobody had seen the footage. Nobody knows exactly what happened. Because there's no onboard feeds. Weird, isn't it? It's pretty good that they're all so close. However, it is a course with basically straight chicane, straight hairpin chicane. So I'm not surprised that they're that close. However, it is really refreshing that it is jumbled up the order quite a bit. Come on, guys. Anyone going to join? Or am I just going to have to go and do some daily races? It is true, but this year where they've cut away the floor on the way the back of the cars, it has brought them all closer together, which is quite nice. So it has, that rule change really has helped. Ziggy, are you searching by Fuji Short? Did I set it or open lobby? That is the question. I don't think I did. That'd be why no one's joining. Because I'm an idiot. Right, let's try again. Yep, I forgot to change it. I'm an idiot. Sorry, Ziggy. It's open now. That's my fault. So unfortunately you guys have had to just put up with me rambling for 10 minutes, or however long it's been, because I set the things wrong. That's about right. But you got to see my lovely Corvette. That's a plus, right? Right, should be open for you, Ziggs. There you go. We'll get there in the end, mate. And welcome, fishy goodness. Oh, there he goes. QMF2, QMF3, okay. Pretty sure I set the driver rating higher than that. So if anyone's out there that has GT Sport, feel free to come join us. Every time I say hello, nice to meet you, they leave. That's about right, isn't it? Right, do you know what? I'm just going to hit the track, do a little bit of practice for a little while. Whoever wants to join will join. So yeah, open lobby if anyone wants to join. Fuji Short, 40 laps. don't know why it's such a short track. I mean, it only misses out literally 2 corners. 2 small corners as well. I suppose it is still technically a short track. So Stu, you going to grab yourself a copy of GT Sport now you got yourself a PlayStation? Probably a matter of... I think it's on PlayStation Plus offers at the moment. It's not going to be expensive. You can just get the disc version probably for about 15 quid, maybe a tenner. It's not going to be much. Last time I checked, anyway. Shall I do, mate? I'll send you a copy. Welcome, Ghost Thunder 72. Especially going to hang around. There's a good community of people on here too, which is always nice. Times have been hard for a couple of years, thanks to certain restrictions in the world, haven't they, mate? Oh, Ziggy on the hard tire. Interesting. Hello, Curb Killer. I would say feel free to come join us here, but you'd beat the pants off us, literally. I know how quick you are. But welcome back, Mr. Curb Killer. You're always welcome to come race with us though, mate. Help yourself. Sing Tao, if you're there, hope your headache is feeling better, mate. I know how bad they feel. They suck. So, hope you're feeling better, dude. Oh, don't touch the curb. Okay, so we're picking up a bit of pace, that's a good thing. No worries. Just thought I'd offer, mate. Okay, Ghost Hunter's sitting on the side of the track, so that's a good sign. So as I said, it's an open lobby if anyone wants to join. Help yourselves. I'll come to that point in a sec, Henry. I have seen it. Okay, fairly consistent lapping. True, I hadn't thought of the tyre difference between Perez and Hamilton actually, so you might have a very valid point there. Yeah, overtaking at Imola is traditionally very hard. They made quite a point about it in the coverage today, like it was 10 overtakes in like 7 years or something. It was something really bizarre. It's like the only track that was worse was Monaco. Okay, granted, most of those were in the old style Formula 1 with the V8s and V10s and all that. However, it doesn't change the nature of the course, though, does it? But you have a point. Perez very well may be in with a shout tomorrow. And quite frankly, I hope he is. And after the performance he put in Bahrain and qualifying today, I can see it. I mean, he's definitely silencing all the critics that wanted to, keep Albon or bring someone up from the junior ranks in Red Bull. Yes, if it's a wet race. I said in the Burt Racer group chat earlier on, after someone, I can't remember who said it, someone said it might be a wet race. My instant response is, wet weather has been forecast, expect a wet podium. Well, there you go, there's consistent lapping for you. Because that is traditionally what always happens with Formula 1. And that's what happened at the Nürburgring, the Eiffel Grand Prix last year. It's like, we can see the wet weather on the forecast, we can see it raining over there, there's a water park over there getting wet, and the track is dry. 10 minutes after the race, we're getting wet. It's just Formula 1 luck when it comes to wet weather. I'd love it if it was a wet race, I really would. One hour before lights out, so we might have a wet grid. Okay. We'll see. I mean, if it's a... I hope they don't do what they did with Formula E in Rome. They had a wet grid start, and they started both of the races there under safety car. And I was just sitting there going, oh my god, it's a dry track. Do you know what? I hadn't thought of that. Yeah, that's a very valid point. Oh dear. Mazepin in a wet race. If it's a wet race, I think we should put a poll and a bet of how many corners he's going to make, not how many laps. Oh dear. Because that would be to be expected, really, wouldn't it? Monaco. Oh my god. You never know, he might surprise you, given some time in the car. But to have time in the car, he's got to not crash it first, so we'll see. We shall see. So Ghost Thunder said he's a beginner, or she's a beginner. Doesn't matter. Just here for the racing. Just taking part that matters, it really does. Cool. What else with the F1? Norris, yes. I'm really hoping for a strong day for the McLaren boys. Not just because they're in my fantasy F1 league. Actually, ideally, in my fantasy F1 league, Hamilton wouldn't finish. The McLaren boys would finish 1-2, and then it would be Perez. But that's not going to happen. Ideals and all that, I suppose. Anyone else got any points they want to raise about F1? Like qualifying today, the race tomorrow? Or anything else in general? Yeah, I'd give you that. I think McLaren showed they've got great pace, particularly over one lap, but they haven't quite worked out how to manage the race pace yet. However, with Daniel Ricciardo, such an experienced driver and a fast driver now, they'll get there. Give it time. And Norris seems to be going from strength to strength as well, so... And with that Mercedes power unit. So good luck to those ladies and gents there. It's not the way to conserve tyres. I do think, at least from watching qualifying today, it looks like McLaren have more pace here at Imola than what they did at Bahrain. But even then, it was still very, very positive at Bahrain for them, considering where they come from in the Honda years, shall we say. He's not up to speed yet, I would absolutely agree with you there. But he knows how to develop a car. So, it's more the insight that he brings. I would absolutely agree with that statement, mate. Absolutely. Norris looks surprising. He did say in an interview before, I think before Bahrain, that he's going to be a lot more assertive this year. I mean, they had very much a bromance going on with Sainz. I mean, everyone knew it because they were such good mates, such good teammates. I'm hoping they can be, Norris and Ricciardo can be close off track, but actually push each other on track. I mean, we don't want a repeat of Rosberg, Hamilton, Senna, Prost, that sort of crap. But we also don't want a Schumacher and a Barrichello, or a Massa and an Alonso. So, I really am hoping that Norris can take a step forwards this year. And he's the one I know many have got their eyes on, and for good reason. There's still one person I feel exceptionally sorry for, given everything that's happened, and that is Russell. I mean, he dragged that Williams of all cars to nearly into Q3. Now, that's unheard of for the last few years. And I'll give him credit where it's due. Latifi did a bloody good job to get into Q2 as well, and he's not known as a qualifier or actually much of a racer, but that's besides the point. Yeah, somewhere a happy ground somewhere in the middle of those dual pairings, not the two that ate each other's throats, and not the two that were so howly they could have effectively married each other because they were so close. But I think it actually hurt. From what you see on Drive to Survive, Sainz leaving Norris and going to Ferrari, that really looked like it hurt him. I don't know, it's just the editing, but I felt you could see it in Norris's face. For those that are wondering, Norris is Lando Norris, if you've never heard of him. Oh, looks like we might be going to the daily, so it looks like nobody wants to join the race. Siggy, if you're there, is there anyone you want to invite in? So I sent out invites to anyone who's online. I do like this Corvette. Yeah, at this point, mate. A shame, because a lot of people were interested in doing it, and then, unfortunately, no one's been able to make it. What I might do in the future is send out a load of invites during the week, say for Saturday night like tonight, and say, this is the slot, this is what we're going to do. It's going to be an open lobby, get there first if you want it. Otherwise, bit of tough luck. So I was looking forward to this, but never mind. But Ziggy, your pace is really good, mate. You're not too slow. You're only 6/10 behind my time. Well, Ziggy, do you want to do 5 laps of this for now? And if anyone joins in, we can do another race. How does that sound? A 5-lap quick shootout. Is that Ziggy in a Corvette? Alright, mate. Sounds good. 5 laps it is. Disappointing. I mean, it's no surprise that the Haas is at the back. However, Tsunoda, that was a bit of a cock up. It would definitely be an interesting race tomorrow, particularly if there's any wet weather. I'm just hoping Max Verstappen can finish his first Italian race in 2 years. Because he failed all 3 last year. You ready, Ziggy? Right. Yes, I'm severely hoping you are right there, mate. Seriously. Quite frankly, that's the last thing we need is another dull race. But it's a shame they have to resort to DRS for passing, but it's the nature of the circuit. It's tight corners, it's chicanes, and straights. But that's Imola. Why they chose Imola and not Turkey, I'll never know. Oh. Right, it's a 2-man race, 5 laps around Fuji. Let's go on a chase cam for a change. I had heard Canada might be not being able to make it because of obviously COVID restrictions and all that. Whoops. Okay, I don't like that view. I really don't. I can't control the butt of the car. I am hoping for Turkey this year, or particularly Portimao. I was hoping they'd see sense and dump Monaco, though. I know it's tradition and all that sort of thing, but as a racetrack, it is just insane. Is all but cancelled. Okay. Didn't realise it was that much of a sure thing. But it does make sense. Actually, Portimao is on there. I really haven't looked at the calendar recently. I think the last calendar I looked at still had China on it. So I've done a lot of research on this, as you can probably tell. Just a shame that the second race is 3 weeks after the first, but again, couldn't really be helped this year. Mugello would have been nice as well. And there was that gigantic fusticle across the line after the first or second safety car last year, but hopefully we don't see any more of that carnage again. I know I shouldn't be on that curb. Do you remember at the beginning of last year when they had the first race at Austria and all that? They only lasted 1 or 2 races. They had little remote control podium trophy stand things that wheeled out to the drivers. How weird was that? I'm glad they put an end to that and went with a little bit of sense and just made people wash their hands. I heard Kyalami. I mean, they haven't raced there since '92. So that'd be nice. It'd be nice to return to the African continent. Again, first time in, well, 29 years. I quite happily see some of the Tilke design tracks disappear. I think a lot of people feel the same way about that. I'm not sure what to think about Vietnam. I mean, it's going to be carnage. It's going to be a bit like Baku. The first couple of races there were just mad. Oh, Ziggy. Yeah, no worries, mate. Looks like the Tiggy's on a rampage to take out all the goons. I was thinking, mate, did you spin? So you drift out the last corner. No matter what that was going to be, it was going to be a victory for the Corvette. For obvious reasons. Oh man. Right, I'm going to set it to... I'm going to set up another lobby. I'm going to set up just a really short race. Not really short. Another 5-6 lap on something like either Tsukuba. Also, no, I was in chase cam mode and I just lost the back end of it. But Corvette wins. Yeah, I'm going to set it to like 5-6 laps on Tsukuba or the Red Bull Ring or something. Also change the damn title of it. So let's go Tsukuba. I haven't been there in ages. And we'll give it 5 minutes or so and then we'll just start the race. And if not, we'll be back going to the daily races instead. Usually lobbies are a bit more popular than this. Well, I appreciate you, Ziggy. Yeah, no worries, mate. Now, what car do I go? Let's try the Vantage. Okay, why is that doing that? That was weird. I just had a question posed to me from a uni mate of mine. Lando Norris. Lando for fastest lap tomorrow? Question mark. I think that is entirely possible. Stu, I'm just going to have a look, see how much GT Sport is. Stu, £12.95. It's quite an old game now. I'd say it's still good, but you know, it's PS4 gen, so it doesn't surprise me too much. I always find that racing games, particularly ones that aren't licensed by a particular race series, like Formula 1, drop in price quite well. Whereas the Formula 1 games hold on to the price until the new one comes out. However, the F1 game at the moment is on offer on PlayStation Network, which is why I picked it up. Yes, I remember Test Drive. Never got on with it though. I just couldn't get into it. I liked it. Oh, I hope you come back in a minute, mate. Hopefully it comes back up in the set. Just going to do some practice laps. Don't be too serious about it, because GT Sport are known for having lobbies of rammers. Most are pretty good though. Most. The unfortunate thing about GT Sport at the moment is it has a penalty system, but they keep fiddling with it. So it goes from really, really harsh and severe to you can basically take a rocket launcher to people and go, it's legal. And sad fact is, I'm not being that dramatic. I mean, it really is. They flip-flop, absolutely. In 1 week you can tap them on the straight and you get a half a second penalty. We literally push them forwards on the straight, which you're allowed to do. It's called bump drafting. And next week you can dive bomb them into a hairpin like this, hit them in the side door, push them off, and you won't get anything. And other weeks you can hit a barrier and it'll give you a penalty for spinning. So you never quite know what to expect from GT Sport. And I do remember the exploration for that game being huge too. It was actually one of the Hawaiian Islands, wasn't it? It actually did map it. No consistency at all. Every time they pick out a big update, it's like, oh, I hope they sort out the penalty system. Nah. Promise, you got two sets of people that like to swap paint and they view it as fair, and another set of people that want ultimately really, really clean racing. I'm somewhere in the middle of that. I'm not adverse to a little bit of tough racing. However, I don't want people dive on me from quite a long distance back and say, oh, it's fair, I hit your side door. Oh. Hello, Sarah. That may have put me off. Sarah, if you're still there, we're going to be doing a couple of short races instead of one long one. If you're on the stream. I suppose I better send the message back over PSN. Any luck with your internet connection, Ziggy? Oh, there he is, he's back. It's true, you're not wrong there, Stu. However, GT Sport, Polyphony, they do this really weird thing where they do lots and lots of nothing and then they suddenly dump a couple of new tracks. I mean, they brought Spa, I think, for the last update, and they were like, where the hell did that come from? And then they wrecked the penalty system again. And then they improved it, and then they wrecked it, and then they wrecked it, and then wrecked it. So you get the idea. Well, what's Ziggy doing? Don't tell me your connection's died already, mate. Oh, there we go. Everybody, Mr. Ziggy Star. I've got to say, that's one thing the Gran Turismo series has always been good for, and that's in this case, this is a live play, but replays, you get what I'm going about. GT Sport has always been good. Gran Turismo has always been good for replays. That's fair, mate. I have been told if you want to get into serious sort of sim racing, go for iRacing, because you put your own money on the line for that, and people tend to be clean racers. So Yeah, but GT Sport's a good at sort of opening avenue into it. And if you watch guys like Eerie Years, or which is Rory Alexander or Alexander Roy, whichever one, and Super GT, they do mostly, or used to do mostly Gran Turismo. But it's a good idea to stay away from the betas. Let's see if we can beat a 54 too. Let's see if we can get into the 53s. Get other cone. $53.7 did it. Gotta watch where I'm going. That wasn't a polystyrene block like I thought it was going to be. Oh, apparently it's moved me to the other side of the track. Interesting. That's a new one on me. Right, let's avoid the pit sign this time. Alright. Well, Ziggy, looks like it might just be us two again, mate. You ready for the race? And if we're lucky, we might have time to go and then join some daily races. Also, let's just start it. There you go, that was good timing. Let's go! And for all those that are lurking there, if it's your first time here, welcome. Feel free to give us a follow. We'll try and bring you some races with some more people next time. And generally speaking, some probably better content. But thank you to Ziggy for being here, as always. To you, man, and everyone else watching. Oh, bit deep. Come on, Ziggy. I know you got the pace in you. Make a bit of a race of it, can't we? It's a bit of a track that you don't want to be using. Yeah, that's for that reason. In some ways, this track is a little bit like Imola. I mean, it's not the high speed or anything like that, but it's tight and twisty. It's hard to pass. Cleanly, anyway. Whoops. Alright, Ziggy. Finding the speed, aren't you? That's what 0.2 of a second looks like at 120 miles an hour, or in this case 40, but... may have well overshot that one. You cheeky little sod. Braking on the line. I was going for a photo finish, Ziggy. It's a fun little race, that, isn't it? Do you know, I will do that one again. I think that one on a lot more laps at some point would be great. So, shall we go and do some daily races? Mate, it's only a bit of fun. Oh, we've just missed daily race C. It's literally just kicked off. It is a really fun race. Do you know, every time they put it on the daily races, they always put it on Group 4 at most. It's usually like N5, 3 or 400s, which is fine. But sometimes it's nice to mix it up. Put daft cars on really, you know, short circuits. Let's go for some dailies. I think we're going to have to go into daily race B. Yeah, that's what the next one in 10 minutes. That's right, mate. Didn't show it. You do your skills there. Have I done any racing on this one? No. Okay, with the Viper on my Midnight ISO account, I have 145.5. So, okay, Pac-Man 144.3. Dear God, Paul. Yeah, race B it is. Right, where's the front-wheel drive little bastard car? Where's that TT? I'm looking right past it, aren't I? Yeah, there it is. Anything like the Scirocco and the TT are pretty quick. Anything that's well, I've seen some Vipers in the top 10, but I don't know how they did it. I couldn't get anywhere near those times. I mean, anywhere near. I tried an Evo once, and I didn't make any impression on the top 10, as in my race, which didn't really surprise me that much, considering I didn't practice it. Actually, are they there? Oh, they are. An advantage. Wow. Bomo's fanboy. Of course, that'd be Louis, wouldn't it? Fly. Interesting. Well, I'm going to try the TT. Or do I try the Vantage? Do I chicken out and try the Vantage? So we've got Huracan, TT. That's Veyron, GTR, Vantage, Viper, 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 Huracan. So we're checking out, we'll use a Veyron. I don't like using the TT at the best of times. I don't like the Veyron, but I prefer the Veyron to the bloody TT.
That's what she said.
Whoops. That's so good. Right. Let's give it a go. I've not been enjoying this one. I've been enjoying Daily Race C, just not Daily Race B so far. But a bit of variety. It's the spice of life and all that. Very least I've got to get into the 155, so very least. That's fair, Ziggy. I do that all the time. It's like, I haven't eaten today. Better eat 40 chicken nuggets just to make sure. I hate that chicane. I really hate it. I'll be back. Thanks, Ziggy. Okay, so 147, that's just a base. Learn the car lap. I'd be embarrassed if I don't at least get into the 46s. One more lap after this. Whoa! Okay, don't hit that curb. Alright, well, I'm not going to get a chance to finish this lap. Right, I'm going to nip off for a very quick break before the race, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Back in 2 minutes. Okay, here we go again. Oh god, nearly 2 seconds off the other times. Oh jeez, this is what it means to be in a A-rated lobby sometimes. You have to go and do an hour's worth of qualifying practice before you even jump on the race. Wow. Well, at least it means I might pick up the old place if they crash. If they crash. So far, clean racing at the front. Cones being destroyed left, right and centre. A few victims to the Devil's chicane. Hello, Curb Killer. On Twitch now, are you? Keep jumping around, don't you? Who do I think would be on the podium? If we are excluding do not finishes, definitely I think the top three, but not as they are. My heart says Perez victory. My head says Hamilton. Hamilton, Max, Perez. Bottas on this, he's not a known overtaker. His racecraft, I think, is less than ideal. He can overtake, he can drive, but can he mount a comeback? No. So yeah, I think no, do you know what? No matter what I come up with, I come up with a different option every single time. Yeah, it's exactly what I was thinking about, that Monza. And then Hamilton came blasting past a load of the people and he did nothing. Oh, another victim of the devil chicane. Right, I'm liking this race a bit more now. And I know last year he had a load of problems with his car at Imola, where he's picked up all of the damage, and he picked up a bit of Sebastian Vettel barge board of all things. But every time he's had to mount a comeback, he hasn't done it. Oh, come on, you little... I don't think that the Mercedes works very well in traffic either, so it's partially him, partially the grab, partially him, partially the car. Yeah, it's the same thing with Ferrari. Leclerc managed to drag out an amazing qualifying more often than not. However, does he race as well in the car for the whole race as well as he does for qualifying? No. Absolutely not. I know, right? I'm not sure, but it felt like he gave me a touch going into the chicane, but I can't be sure. I'm not checking the replay for that. Up 3 places. Yeah, well, it's a start. Actually, I haven't checked it. I didn't change anything either. I kept it as it was, which, considering there was 2 Red Bulls in the top 3 for qualifying, that looks good for me. And McLaren's were 6th and 7th, but right, let's move on over to Daily Race C. When's that going live? 4 days. Oh, hello. What's this? Oh. What is this? Oh, 8 days away. Toyota Gazoo Racing GT Cup 2021. Ooh. Supra. Enemy, better tell your brother, he'll be all over that one. Is that what I got for my DR in that race? Oh, of course, the Fantasy League. Yeah. Well, given the form he was in Bahrain, it was like, I'll try it. I should have gone with Perez, really, shouldn't I? Damn you, hindsight. But, you know, if Verstappen wins the race, then I'll be quids in with the Fantasy League. Simple as that. Ooh, what did you get, Henry? It's not bad. I did actually do quite well, get all things considered then. Yeah, 97 points. Does that put me top of the league? I'll get to the qualifying in a sec. Oh, that's fair. Oh yeah, race week 97. So it doesn't change the standings of our group until then, does it? Yeah, so no, anyone who's picked Sonoda this weekend has unfortunately, yeah, had a bit of a bad one. Okay, so yeah, I was 5th to begin with, just behind your brother. We've got Nicholas B in 3rd, Carlos H in 2nd. Oh no, it's all just changed around. Sorry, no, I just read the wrong thing. Your brother's top, wasn't he? 182, sorry. No, well, if Sakir last year taught us anything, it's don't count someone out, particularly when there's going to be potentially safety cars and Mercedes cock-ups when it comes to pit stops. I mean, Perez, he still won that race. So, he might, if he scratches points like in the 9th or 8th place in this one, that is going to be a A-grade race for him. And if it's raining, hey Sarah, and if it's raining, you know, all bets are off. Welcome to the stream, Sarah. How's it going? And no worries, don't worry about it. Has he? Did Bert get a bit enthusiastic? I don't think I'm going to be using any subs throughout the year because I'm pretty happy with my choice. I chose mine to be that way for the year. Oops, wrong button. So yeah, as far as I'm concerned, I won't be changing it unless someone comes down with COVID or something. That sounds about right. As far as I'm concerned, you've got to make your choice and stick to them. Unless you've got a reason to do it. Well, hopefully he's not the same way with making bets. Panicking at the last minute. But Sarah, how was your day? How's the things going? Oh, right, sounds about right. Got to get into the low 44s. We've got any sort of chance of a decent grid position. I'll have to do. I can go nearly a second quicker than that, but often it takes a lap or two to find your feet. Exhibit A. I treated you guys for a 360 there. And I got for a different livery for you guys today, a white livery. Ah, yes, you had your polar lowered. How does it look? Is it up on Instagram? I'll have to check that out at some point. Are you going to be fast lapping the Nürburgring in it? So it really is mental looking at that corner, how much camber is on it. I love it. Yeah, that's to be expected. I can do a 1:43.6, so I would have started. Well, 11th. Wow. So I've just got to try and have a clean race. You definitely got to lap it around the Nürburgring. I mean, it doesn't. You haven't done anything to your car unless you lapped it around the Nürburgring. Alright, I'll sell for Thruxton. Probably cheaper to the Nürburgring. Oh, change tyres quick. Yes. ram wind starting behind me. That's not good. Hey, Singtail, how's it going, mate? You feeling better? Good to hear that, mate. Right. Last thing you need in this world is a bloody headache or a migraine. So we're starting 12.5 seconds behind the leader to begin with. Let's see what we are at the end of the race. Thanks, Iggy. Hey, Bert Racer. I heard you had a bit of a awkward one with your qualifying. Not qualifying. Fantasy League. Yeah, I hate rolling starts. I really do. Mini King is taking a little stroll down the straight. Potentially, mate. Potentially. I was hoping for wet weather race. That's a lot of F1 names to Singtail. You have to forgive me if I don't catch all of the messages in the chat while in this race. I find it very hard to actually keep an eye on the chat on this race. Schumacher is your mega driver? I hope not. Mazepin turbo driver. Turbo into the wall. Oh, 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 oh. No, 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 you bastard. That undid all my good work, didn't it? And yes, I did give the Spanish driver a bit of a punt there. He decided to dive up the inside of me in one corner. That early. He was like, nah, not having that. Yeah, I hate that feeling too, Bert, when you're like, no, 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 don't go off, don't go off. It happens all too often, doesn't it? Better rested for the race. Nice. I like it. Look at the bright side of it, Tsingtao, yeah. Look, the machinery is less likely to fail. I did it again! Oh! Let's go do some qualifying, because I can't apparently race on this one today. You've brought out my special livery for that one. Do you know what? Let's switch accounts. Use the one that isn't. The one that already has a qualifying lap set up for it. Right. Also, going to have to charge the controller as well. Oops. See, Sarah Hawkey is doing a race for Daily Race C2. That's pretty cool. Okay. Alexa, set a reminder for 15 minutes.
What's the reminder for?
Gran Turismo. Let's see what it says this time.
Okay, I'll remind you in 15 minutes.
Okay, it just says it reminds me in 15 minutes.
What's the reminder for?
Gran Turismo.
Okay, I'll remind you in 15 minutes.
That's what she says this time. Silence. Okay. Okay, so with this one I've already got a 43.6. Let's see if I can improve on that. We'll get anywhere near it. That'd be ideal. Don't tell him that. He hates it when I out-qualify him on the controller. know that. So do I. I do love that complex of corners. It's so good when you get it right. That wasn't. So what other talking points have we got for the Grand Prix tomorrow? Hoping Red Bull have a failure-free race, because obviously Max's car ended up on the back of a low loader again after FP2, FP3, FP2 I think it was. So that Red Bull is fragile, but they always have been. Otherwise, really hoping for some wet weather. That'd be so good for the race. Okay, not a bad lap so far. Hello, Brendan. Hey, you joined me just in time to set a personal best. You're my good luck charm, mate. Oh, Brendan, I did think of you earlier, mate. I really did. Sorry, but yeah, that's the way Formula 1 goes, mate. Unfortunately, that's why it's gambling as well. Oh, I do feel sorry for you, though, mate. I mean, safety car, yeah. I can't think how well Bottas does in a wet race. I can't think of a time when he's done well in one. Well, we've not exactly had many wet races the last few years. Actually, in Turkey he was shit, so maybe you want him to have a dry race and not all the other runners to drop out. Hmm? My personal money would be on probably Perez. Well, my heart would be, but my mind would be on Verstappen. I genuinely think, now that it's going to be 2 Red Bulls against 1 Mercedes, into the first corner, they're going to have to do is one's going to have to go left, one's going to have to go right, so Hamilton can't cover the pair of them. And then also go split strategy. So one on... Well, they are on split strategy. One's got the soft tyre, one's got the medium tyre. Thank you to Curb Killer Henry for reminding me of that. So, honestly, the ball is in Red Bull court this weekend. 240 returned. Oh. Sadly, mate, that's gambling. Risk versus reward, mate. It was a smart bet, given his form, and he tends to go well at the same courses all the time, but it's Bottas. So, if you ever watched Family Guy, when Quagmire's a joke, he goes, "It's Quagmire, it's Quagmire. You need one for Bottas." So he could have won, but it's Bottas. I mean, he was going to win Baku 2 years ago, and then he got a puncher on the last 2 laps. He was going to win Imola, got a bit of Seb's wing stuck in his barge board. What else was he going to do? I was going to finish second in Silverstone, got a puncher 2 laps from the end. And then Hamilton drives it three-wheeler across the line. I like the guy, but there's always something that goes wrong with Bottas. I do think he'll get ahead of probably Leclerc, because that Ferrari race pace is questionable. And the McLaren boys are going to have a job to keep the Merc behind them, despite Norris having an absolutely stunning qualifying. Shame about the track limits on that one. So oh man, that felt good through there. Come on! In the zone. That was ambitious, that one. I hear it has been causing trouble, saying I've been doing this all week, when in fact I've done 4 laps. Possibly. With Mazepin, we are guaranteed a safety car. Yeah. Yeah. Quite right. There is actually a site which is how long has it been since Mazepin has spun. Though I give him his credit, he didn't spin in Q1, I think. Ooh, I lost a lot of time through there. Oh, did he? I missed it, that. Okay, I can probably go into the race now. Alexa, cancel reminder.
You have 2 active reminders for Gran Turismo. Do you want to cancel both of them?
Yes.
Gran Turismo today at 10:56 PM cancel.
Come on, Bert, you've got to do better than that for your qualifying time. He didn't spin in FP3 for a change. That's quite a big step forward for him. Although he did bin it into the gravel trap and the wall in FP1 and spun it across. Yeah, okay. So he's got like 3 spins this weekend. Although, at least unlike Perez and Ocon, they didn't have yet another coming together. Yet another being the operative term. I think those two have magnets in their bloody cars. Yeah, Twitch is a bit laggy, I'm afraid. I always find it, and I don't know why. And you get better quality out of YouTube as well. Right, going to get 2 laps in here before the race. I'll set a couple of personal bests. Let's see if we can go one further and get into the 42s. Maybe not with this lap. That was the first time I've legitimately pushed it so hard on that curve to cock it up that badly. So he needs one of those boards. Days since last spun, 0. Like incidents in the workplace. Alonso needs a very similar one for gobbed off to the press, which I think is fair. Raikkonen needs one for days since giving a shit. It's actually going to be quite a high number. We should think of one for all the drivers. Hamilton, days since complained about his tyres. Bottas since bottled it, one way or another. Ferrari, Leclerc since crashed. He has a tendency to crash. Sainz since underperformed with Ferrari. Stroll, not lived up to potential. I think is a new one rather than be called, you know, son of a billionaire. Vettel's day since massively underperformed. That's going to be reaching about 365 now. Or days since performed well, I should probably say. Who else we got? Any suggestions? And no will yet, but I will be going back to it. Like, literally in the next day or two, mate. My leg is mostly better now. I was just being lazy for this couple of days. Damn it. Oh, do not care him. Ricciardo. Decent Shuey? No. That's dependent on results, isn't it? He's a difficult one because he performs. He's got no decent dive bombs, perhaps. And Curb Killer, yeah, that is accurate for Mazepin. Thinking more about more of this still. Ricciardo, yeah. Any suggestions? Who else have we got? Russell. Days since going forwards in a Grand Prix. So obviously he usually qualifies really well and he just goes backwards throughout the race. Latifi. Ocon, day since collided with Perez. One way or another, yeah. Okay, is there only one person in this I recognise? It's Dark Gen. What the chuff. I like that name. I don't think that's going to be one of the top 10 suggestions, but funny that. I don't see that being something to consider. So is Dogecoin a cryptocurrency? He's doing it because it's not on his channel. Yeah, crypto. I did wonder as much. Well, they're all going to drop out their arse at some point, aren't they, all these cryptocurrencies? The only thing I can say is that would be good for those who want actual like NVIDIA GPUs. Yeah, okay, but no. Lost the plot. That's putting it below. Damn. It does happen around that age, mate. I can validate that. Crypto mining. It's a bitch when it goes wrong. Day since Danny Rick stopped smiling. He'll always be smiling, even if you shoot his grandma. If he's smiling because he knows he's going to get you back, because he's got access to guns. Yeah, we have two Dutch up the front. If any of those that are in the chat that haven't followed yet, please feel free to give us a follow. It's greatly appreciated. Trying to get out to 80 followers tonight. Currently sitting at 78. Well, this dude here needs a better internet connection. Ooh, curry. Very nice choice. Or are you still thinking about things that go through Danny Rick? It's only 11 o'clock, mate. I'm sure there's a tandoori open or something. I haven't actually seen it, no. But let's face it, it's an F1 game. Developed by Codemasters. They're more or less all copy and paste. I mean, the last 3 have been almost identical. So, you know, fine. I mean, you get what you not what you pay for. You know what you're going to get with an F1 game. Just remap skins and a couple of upgraded graphics. The same thing you get with the FIFAs and Pro Evos and whatever you want to call them these days. Just updated teams. Oh, I appear to have lost the chat, so you have to excuse me for a few minutes. I'm chatless. So nothing I can do about that, I'm afraid. Okay, it's time for the soft tyres, I think. So we can drag a little bit more speed out of this car. Oh, good. Well, the leader was on the soft tyre, which is good news for me. However, the guy on the other Dutchman was on mediums and he went rocketing past me. So that's always a good sign. I can still see the chat, but it won't appear on the feed. So you have to have a look in your own feed, I'm afraid. Yeah, you handsomely catch on the leader, but considering Zanadic hasn't stopped yet, that's not too surprising. Must have been on very knackered soft tyres. So, Bert, what do you think of the qualifying overall? I haven't heard your thoughts on it yet. Or for that matter, anyone on the F1 qualifying. Any interesting points of view? Some unique stats, perhaps? One tip, stay on the track. Thanks. I have done so far this race. Fastest lap of the race, apparently. I'll come to that in a sec, but that's a lot of text for a lot of corners in front of me. Yeah, Max Wood's making mistakes. Yeah, Gasly disappointed with P5. Does he not realise he's in an AlphaTauri and not Red Bull? It's good to be ambitious and all that, but whoops, someone's off. Yeah, I agree with that. Definitely one of the best qualifyings. And non-weather affected as well. Excuse me. 2 laps to go. Yeah, I'm surprised the same thing. But they have said, with his driving style, he takes a while to get used to the different braking systems. If you remember back to 2019, he had exactly the same problem with the Renault. But yeah, it is make or break for him now. I mean, he's in his early 30s. And for an F1 driver to start mounting championship challenges in your early 30s, it's starting to get harder. He's at the point where he needs to start winning with McLaren next year, this year hopefully, or be basically begging either Red Bull to take him back or Mercedes for the main seat there, which I think he would be great in that car. But Norris does look like a quicker driver, I'll give you that. He's just less experienced, and we don't know how well he can develop a car. Because arguably that's what Sainz did the last 2 years. So we'll see. I think this year's a bit of a funky year because of all the development restrictions and COVID. But next year is going to be make or break for so many drivers, all the way down to the grid, up down the grid, you know. So many little stories going on. Ocon and Alonso. Latifi, if he stays in the damn sport. Who else? Yeah, Perez, hopefully he's still there. Raikkonen will probably be retired either next year or the year after. He is showing his class. He is absolute quality. However, it just depends if they want to get someone younger in. And that's Red Bull's nature, isn't it? I mean, they broke a trend, we're going with him. So we have to wait and see. Yeah, I'll give you that. I can't disagree with you at all. Although it does seem to be whenever him and Ocon are on the same bit of tarmac, they collide. Be it teammates or rivals. It doesn't seem to matter to them. I hope so. I genuinely hope so. From his helmet, Marco very much adores Max. Quite rightly. So Max is an absolute uber talent. But yes, he needs to stop making mistakes. I mean, today, one wheel on the grass. It's not the biggest thing in the world, but you wouldn't see Hamilton do that all the time, would you? Nowhere near as often. Let's see if I can fix this chat while I'm here. There we go. There we go. That should fix it. There we go. Do you know what? I don't know nearly enough about BTCC to comment. I've started watching F2 now. And has anyone actually paid any attention to the new format of F2? How weird it is. It is really good, but they qualify on, for argument's sake, I may get the days wrong. Hang on. It is a really weird format. They qualify, just for argument's sake, on the Friday or the Saturday morning, whatever it is, for the Sunday feature race. And then they have a sprint race, which is a reverse grid top 10, and then the next race is a reverse grid top 10 of the last race, and then the feature race is the race which they qualified for. So, what? So, I mean, I get it. I mean, they were fantastic races. But the only thing I didn't like about the F2 was the sprint races are very restricted in any form of strategy. I mean, if someone wants to go for a stop and go soft tyres, they can't. The race isn't long enough. Unless there's a safety car. In which case, then you get everyone coming in the pits and go for the soft tyre. You get the idea. But they were utterly chaotic, the pair of the sprint races. And even the feature race was bloody good. Yeah, the F3 former champion, Piastri. I nearly called him Pastry. He won the second sprint race, and that was glorious. It does get more people watching. However, I would not like to see Formula 1 go down exactly the same route. One thing they're talking about is for the sprint race come later in the year, because one of them's going to be at Silverstone apparently, is that only the top 3 finishers get points. Excuse me. And it's like 5 points, 3 points, 1 point, or something like that. But one thing I do think F1 should do and adopt from F2 is the no tyre blanket, warming tyre blankets for the tyres. I hate that. Piastri was very good, I'll give him that. Yeah, so the only problem is F1 races are already at the point where they go, oh, I don't want to stop more than once. Don't like that. So that will put them off doing any sort of 2 stoppers because they've got to warm up the tyres. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know, maybe mandate they've all got to start on the hard tyre. And then then they can go to the soft, but not during a safety car or something. I don't know. There's something that they need to do something with a rule set there. But I don't want it to be quite like F2 because F2 feels too mad. And you go to Formula E, you got the same damn thing. You got a race, no race. You got qualifying to qualify for the top 5, then they go again to then qualify for their top 5 or something. Super pole. All I'm saying is, if I'm having slight trouble following it because of all the different formulae, something is going wrong. Because anyone who's coming into watching motorsport from a more neutral background or someone who's new to the sports is going to go, what the hell is going on here? I get it. Yeah. Spend some of these points. So do I start the mediums again? Yes, I do, because that worked really well last time. So I'm really happy with that qualifying lap. 1:43.3. Okay, this isn't going to be a outright qualifying lap. I'm on the medium tyres. Just get a bit of practice on them. But I was really surprised with on Formula 2 how many good drivers were there. I'm still not sold on, say, Dan Ticktum. Because if anyone's ever watched that race where he overtook a load of people under the safety car and rammed off someone else. And he got, what was a year or two ban? I'm not entirely sure he should be allowed into F1. It's a bit like that motorbiker a couple of years back who went up beside one of his competitors and then grabbed the clutch or the brake or whatever it was. I mean, that is dangerous as hell. And you got the same thing with that go-karter a couple 6 months, a year ago, who threw the front wing at another karter. And these people, no. When there's been a fair few deaths in motorsport in the last 10 years. We've got Dan Wilden, Jules Bianchi, Antoine Hubert, a load of, I'll say a load, quite a few IndyCar drivers I can't name. I don't know, maybe time is a healer, I suppose. Grows up a little bit, perhaps. What's everyone's favourite driver from F2? Who would you want to see on an F1 grid in the next year or two? And crucially, who would you replace? There you go, there's a conversation starter for you. And I'll start for you. Schwartzman replaced with Giovinazzi. I don't think I've ever seen all of you guys be so quiet. Right, so for those that are watching on YouTube, please feel free to give us a subscribe. It helps the channel out immensely. Those on Twitch, same goes for a follow. Greatly appreciate it. Trying to get to 80 followers on Twitch and YouTube, you just to get better quality on there, and you also get access to all of the old streams and all that sort of thing, and also the F1 podcast, which will be another one Monday night, give or take. I'm putting it out slightly. I'm not sure where to put it out, after WTF1 or before. As I say, all likes, comments and subscribes are greatly appreciated. What? Hang on. Why am I... What? Why am I on pole? I'm sure there was 2 guys ahead of me. Alright, fair enough. Starting on pole, can't complain too much, can I? I really hope they're on the softer tyre. Really? Again, they do it to me, I do it back. Hey, that's why I had to get through that corner, drift through it. Does anybody know what that flag is in 4th? Dory. It looks like an Austrian flag with a tree on it. You never seen me concentrate so hard, have you? Come on, we can do this. I'm trying to get that back end of the car under control. Ooh, I feel like a good little neck wrap. I think I need to move my brake balance one further to the front, because I cannot keep the back of this car under control. Exhibit A. Oh, that's a shame. That's lost me the best part of a second doing that. Ah. You know, we've just been waiting for a neck click. Ah. Feels good. Oh, there goes the Frenchman. Well, I don't know if I've got enough pace to catch the German, but definitely got to try and hold off the Spaniard. He's got a lot newer tyres than me. So essentially, who's in first has got the older tyres, I've got the medium tyres, and the guy behind's got the freshest tyres. So this is going to be interesting. We just saw a Mario Kart jump. That's always good. Okay, we are catching the leader, but so is the Spaniard behind me. About 2.5 laps left. 1.5 to the leader. It's going to be a close race. 1.5 to the Spaniard behind. It's all even. Okay, the German's pulling out a little bit more pace actually, that's surprising. Big chunk of time there though. We seem to be very good in the third sector. Or fourth sector technically. And he's obviously pushing as hard as he can. Nine tenths. Still second to the Spaniard behind, who has set the fastest lap. I've just got to hold on for one more lap. I'm more thinking about defending second than I am getting first. Okay, we have the slipstream. We also have the dirty air coming off the car from in front, so this is going to be tight. Okay, the Spaniard is much closer to me than I am to the German. This could be a worry. But not into this sequence of corners, at least. Okay, we're going to get a run on the German here. Last out to the last lap. Oh, that was an interesting last lap. Oh, code brown on that one. Oh dear. Whew. Plus 0.069. Okay. That went well. Whew. Big chunk of money for that one, and a level up. So, oh. Saving that one. That was an entertaining one, from my perspective. I want to see that last sector again on the replay, though. Let's win a car first. Oh, please not that half a car one. Oh, I've got one of those. It's a Citroen, isn't it? That is a pretty car, though, when it comes to GT races. Ah, thank you, Ziggy. It was a decent result, wasn't it? Just keep practicing in that one, mate. Time just will come. The more you practice it, just try and stay smooth as possible. We'll have a look at that last sector. So I want to see if the Spaniard legitimately thought there was a potential for getting the race victory on that one. Because that was down to the wire, all three of us. It was a good result. I enjoyed it. Shame it wasn't the win, but Can't have that all your way every time, can you? Right, for those with photosensitive epilepsy, look away now. What happened there? Did I see a penalty? It was a race of 3, it really was. Where's the 4th guy? Like a whole turn back. Yeah, it's fair racing there. Robust, but fair. That Spaniard thought Christmas had come early. To that last lap. Christ, we were all close together. I easily had the worst tyres out of the lot of them. Actually, no. No, I'll take that back. Yeah, it was about worst, medium, best. I was doing a 5 and a 5. I started on the meds, yeah. That was ambitious, that. That's putting it bluntly. That was fun though. I enjoyed that. Did 4th even see us finish? Just about. Okay, that was a good one. I enjoyed that. Okay, don't need that anymore. Right, well, let's bring that stream to an end, shall we? Because I've been going for 3 hours, that's long enough. Right, let's see who's online, see if we can raid someone on Twitch. Ah, Sarah Hawkey. Why not? At least she's playing GT Sport. Right, thank you all for watching. Those are on YouTube. Please feel free to leave a like, a comment, or subscribe. Those on... I might be back with Resident Evil 1 in a bit, Tsingtao, but I need to change tact after playing GT Sport for 3 hours. But those on Twitch, please feel free to give us the channel a follow. Greatly helps the channel out. And those on Twitch, feel free to stay here because we're going to go and raid Sarah Hawkey. In which case, catch her later. Maybe see you in a bit for another one.